So today we're going to demonstrate a new method of parsing JSON introduced in Swift 4. Bog standard mobile app development usually involves parsing JSON at some point. JSON is basically the current format of choice for RESTful APIs. So we're going to start with this playground and we're going to demonstrate three methods, two using the old Swift 3 and below methods, and one using the latest Swift 4 method. I'm going to try bash through all three nice and quick so you can crack on and use the Swift 4 method in your code. So we're going to use this string of foodstuffs. Food, we can all relate to food, we all like food, and maybe it'll help us keep focused on the code, knowing that there's going to be some food at the end of it. So before we can use this string in JSON to manipulate it like JSON, we're going to convert it into data using UTF-8 standard. Boom, that should all work. And then before we can use that in our first methods, we're going to have to serialize it. And that's going to use a try statement because it could throw an error, but we're going to implicitly unwrap it because we're gung-ho when it comes to this sort of thing, and we're not really going to be doing anything too important. Well, what could be more important than bangers and mash, I ask you? So we're going to use this string of JSON to serialize. And then before we can actually build our objects, we're going to need to convert it into a dictionary as dictionary. So the error here is that I need to implicitly unwrap. As I said, we're going to do this a bit gung-ho, but hey ho, let's see how it goes. So we're going to convert this into a dictionary. We know that it's going to be a dictionary, which is a key, a string, and the object is going to be another string. Bada bing, shouldn't be too much trouble there. So our first method, the old school way, we're going to have a food combo, create a struct for each food. So we want rice, we want what goes with our chips, and we want to know what goes with our mash. All the carbs there. So it wants to know what types, so we know that they're string. And at this point, we can only really use optionals using this method. And this is going to highlight the problem which we'll talk about shortly. So how do we create this new food combo? We simply just create an object of food combo. And it should finish it for us all. And if we just format those, and it's asking for a string. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip into this dictionary and look for rice in it. Same here, except this time we'll be looking for chips or fries for our American friends. It's chips really, and mash. And we should be able to print out, I like to eat something with my rice. Give it a second to think about that. I like to eat optional curry with my rice. Well, to be honest, I would prefer it to be not to be optional curry. I would prefer it to just be curry, because I'm not sure what optional curry is. So we're going to need something a bit more reliable food combo than that. And it's essentially going to be the same, except we're going to get rid of those nasty optionals. So how are we going to create a reliable food combo? Well, we're going to have to use the if-let statement. And then we're essentially going to use this, but we'll have to get hold of those values individually. So I'm going to say rice combo equals that. Then chips combo equals that. And I guess mash combo equals that. And then once we've got all those, maybe we can make those indentations a bit better. Then we can create our reliable food combo using those values. Come on. Oh, one thing that we're missing here is we need to ensure we give it a value. So here we go. So reliable food combo, rice combo, chips combo, mash combo. Cool. And now we should be able to print out that I like to eat. Oh, there's a problem here. Reliable food combo equals the object. And then we say reliable food combo. I like to eat. What do I like to eat with chips? We're going to have to wait and see. Sorry, not chip. Chips. La la la. Come on, show me the goods. Still compiling. Here we go. I like to eat optional curry with my rice, and that I like to eat fish with my chips. So those are the two methods. Both do the job to some degree, both a little bit clumsy, and they can get rather laborious when you want to parse very large JSON files. So what the guys at the Apple development team have done is they've done all the legwork for us, and all we need to do is implement a certain protocol. So if I create another kind of struct, reliable food combo, this time from Swift 4, we can do the same again. However, we must implement the decodable. There is a little bit more to it, but in this case we only need these three. It is important that you use the same identifiers here that you're using as the keys in the JSON. However, this is not completely necessary, as you can use a method which we'll talk about later to use different JSON keys associated with different identifiers. But for now, let's just jump straight in, and what we can do here is we can say let reliable food combo from funky Swift for parsing. Again, we're decoding straight from the object JSON decoder.decode, and then we do this strange syntax where we grab the struct name and say self, which will get the class name, or the struct name in this case, and we'll do it from our original string of JSON that, remember, we turned into data. So that should work, but it needs a implicit unwrapping there before it will work. Getting some complaints. Oh, never forget that JSON decoder needs to be instantiated before you can do a decode on it. So, finally, let's print out that you ask what food I like with my mash. Well, it's going to be bangers, isn't it? So let's copy this humongous and ugly identifier name and ask it what we want with our mash. And the results are in. I like to eat optional curry with my rice, not too keen on that. I like to eat fish with my chips, doesn't everybody? And you ask what I like with my mash? Well, it is bangers. So there's a quick demonstration of how it works. I understand that it doesn't fully, it's not a comprehensive explanation of how to use it. But that should get you going. Thank you very much for your time. Good luck decoding that JSON using Swift 4.